That's fair. Right?
Yeah. Real fair. I'm the master of my own fate. Welcome back to another podcast on Podcast the Hero.
We do podcasts on this podcast?
Yeah, you bet your ass we do.
Dude. This podcast is sponsored by Cornbot. It's just a robot that eats corn on the cob like a banana. Mm-hmm. It's gross to watch, but it poops out really great kernels of Discord functionality.
Yeah, no wipe.
No wipe. Why do you need a wipe when there's the corn? It
when
does
you eat that much corn.
Corn
a wipe
is self-wiping.
Never necessary.
Self-wiping.
Yeah, it pulls all the cheek poo. Oh my gosh.
The cheek poo.
But yeah, this week's going to be a little different, isn't it, Fritzy?
Well, we first of all, we got to do some shouting out to our patrons.
Yeah, that's what's going to be different.
Yeah, we have a bunch of
previous
patrons.
weeks, with the exception of last week.
Yeah, so Evan and Zane and a guy who's called Rody Loves My Dink.
I don't know him, but I feel that his username is true.
Robert and AJ and The Economist and Matt and Mushy and Zach and Kane and Dan and KH Pandas and Cornman and Jeffrey Mason, TBJ, Anthony, Yuri, Nick, Fruit, Ashwin, and High Tops. That's a lot of names. I really want this to get like to the point where like naming out that we got to like do the thing where it speeds up, like we got to speed up the thing. This, you know, like they do the disclaimers at the end of commercials,
it's like gambling, fucking legal jargon. But that's amazing. You just kept going and going, and a lot of them kind of rhymed with Zane or Payne or Dane or
There's a lot of that. Kane and Zane and TB Jane.
But that's awesome. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed to Patreon.
Yeah.
If you would like to subscribe to it, get a shout out in the episodes and hear some extra bits, like there's some shit on there. I think we're going to start putting the GIFs on there. I just spoke to the person who's designing our exclusive merchandise, and he said it is very unusual.
Hey, I like it. Did he do... Did he happen to do this?
Probably. I don't know for a fact, so I can't unusual, say, but
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I
like how you just flashed it for all the audio listeners. The visual was basically unreadable because
it's a sticker.
It was very quick.
But yeah, I mean,
for some reason we're keeping him a secret.
Yeah. Well, you didn't say who it was, so I didn't want to like out him.
Maybe he doesn't want to be associated.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. He even told us when he was on the podcast, he said,
never again.
Thank you.
Also, please delete this episode.
Mm-hmm.
We did not delete
these. So this episode's a little different. I'll speak while you cough.
Yeah.
We don't have a subject. We're just going to fuck around, and it's going to be fun, I think.
Yeah.
Do we have a subject?
Yeah, well, it's like a Q&A episode. We've got a bunch of questions that we solicited from the fans. We also have a bunch of stuff from Reddit that we're going to talk about. And we have a game. We're doing GIFs.
I also have a game.
And the best part about GIFs this week is this will be our first poll on Patreon, so you can vote for which gift you want. Like you think is the winner.
That's true because we can't just. It's just the two of us.
Vote.
It's not like
we don't have somebody here to vote.
We're each going to vote for our own, unless we vote for each other.
I'm voting for myself, of course. I think mine's awesome.
I think mine's great too. In fact, Cage said, "I don't think Fritzy's gonna like you when he hears this."
No.
And in fact, she said, go back to the drawing board, start again. Don't give him this. And I was like, he'll get it. It's fine. She really wanted me to emphasize that she does not stand behind this.
She is not on board.
Yeah, she's not on board with this. She was like, Like, I showed it to her. It's my beautiful art. And she was like, I don't like it. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I'm allowed to not like things. And I was like, not things that I made. And she was like, oh, this one I'm allowed to not like.
Oh, so when we get to the gifts, if I just get up and walk away, you guys will know why. Like,
yeah,
just I'm either heartbroken or offended or.
And this may be the very last episode of Podcast
the last
Zero.
episode of Podcast Zero.
I think you'll get it.
So there's another guy in our Discord. So we have Corn Man, right?
Yes, of course.
He's a admin on the Discord.
Sponsor on the podcast.
He's the creator of Cornbot. But there's another Corn guy. Corn is like a kind of thing within the community. And there's a guy called the Cornstalk.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the Cornstalk. I just
Right? Yeah.
assumed it was
It's not.
Corn Man.
It's not. It's a different corn. I don't know if it's like mace. You call it maize.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
That's all I'm
different
saying.
corn.
It's the same. It's
But he
just
had some
a different language.
questions. He had questions for you regarding recording. And it's pretty long. There's a lot, multi-part. So I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to ask you these questions, and you answer how you see fit. I can't answer these questions because I'm not in the recording sessions.
You could try.
I could imagine what it's like. It's probably just like a bunch of naked dudes, like covered in oil.
It's about 2 naked dudes covered in oil, but sometimes there's 3.
Okay. How long do you record for, like, a session? Let's say you're going to do a session. How long do you normally go?
So that's kind of a complicated question because usually we book in like several weeks at a time.
Right.
Because you got to like coordinate someone else's time. So actually it's, I want to say for Volition it was a month, right?
Yeah.
And you start because we're young, virile men who love to sleep in. You start at noon.
Yeah.
And then you go until you're either fucking exhausted or until you're too drunk to continue.
Do you? I like that. You're too drunk to continue.
It's the truth.
But like, are there times like where, like, you ever feel like, I've been working on this I've been in the booth for 2 hours working on this, and my voice is not there, but I have to, if I call it, like, somebody's going to be pissed because, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel pressure to do it like that? Or are you just like, today it's not going to happen?
I mean, there for sure have been days where we've called it because my voice is starting to peter, and especially earlier when we were trying to record Palimpsest the first couple times.
Yeah.
My voice was just not working at all, and you go in and you work for 2 hours, and then you cut it. You just fucking go, no, it's not working. And usually, like, I'll try till the fucking cows come home. I'll try till I'm blue in the face, no matter what state my voice is in. But usually, at some point, the producer or engineer will just be like, yeah, give it a rest, dude.
Do you always have, like, an engineer with you?
Yep.
You're never
I know there's
just
people
doing it yourself.
Yeah, I know there's people that do it themselves. Like, I was talking to Andy Sizek recently, who is a very recent friend. Very sweet guy. And he always produces himself, right? And he was sort of talking with me about, like, you know, what's it like fucking recording with someone else and blah, blah, blah. He was just like, and I get what he was saying. He was saying, like, I don't trust someone else with my voice. It's like, I understand that, man. It's like a very personal thing. But for me, I'm not that sick at fucking recording, mixing, editing. I can press R and space bar. But can't really comp that well and shit like that. And on top of that, like, it's like the experience for me, I really like, working with someone. Like just like the communal ideas and like throwing stuff back and forth. And a lot of the fun in the studio is just like fucking around.
Yeah.
You know, like just like doing weird shit. Like there's a totally different ending to the song Rivet that is both instrumentally different and vocally different. And the vocals are just Tony and I fucking around at like 2:00 in the morning, like drunk, just being like, what about this? And just like having fun and going cuckoo. There's a couple other instances of that on Palimpsest, and there's a ton of it on Volition and Fortress and Kazaya, because it's just like messing around, trying different stuff, having fun, and like going back and forth and coming up with ideas.
Do you listen back to each take, or do you just do a bunch of takes in a row?
Well, I listen back to each take. With like I've done it pretty differently with each one, but like Pacific Myth, when my voice was like peak position or peak condition, I would do 3 takes of each pass, and then I would come out and Cam would show me all 3 takes, and he'd go, what one do you think's best? And I go, this one. And he would either go, I agree, that's the one, or he would go, I disagree, I like this one best. And we would like listen back and then usually end up going to do a couple more. So you listen back pretty much every time, every like little phrase or whatever. And you just get the best takes you can.
Do you hate it?
No.
You like listening to your own voice?
It's not that I like listening to my own voice. I like really enjoy the process of creating something.
But it doesn't like, it doesn't like when I'm editing the pod, I hate listening to myself.
Yeah,
like,
I think
like the sound of my own voice is just, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah, but that's like speaking and thinking, and those two things come together in a way that like you're going like, oh man, like what was I talking about? And like, yeah, part of it is probably like hearing your own voice, and it doesn't sound exactly the way it does because it doesn't resonate in your it doesn't resonate in your head when you're not speaking it. But with like recording vocals, like you're so locked in to what you're doing and the way that you want it to sound. Also, having been doing it for 20 plus years, it's like I'm not annoyed with the sound of my voice. Like, it's not that I'm fucking in love with the sound of my voice or anything like that. It's just like, it's so like structured. Like I have these words that are written out that I have to say, that I want to say, and they have to fall on certain beats and they have to hit certain notes. That it's like it's all very structured. So it's not like I'm getting annoyed with the things that I'm saying or the thoughts that I'm saying or the things I wish I had said better. It's just like I'm there to do a fucking thing and I want it to sound as good as possible. And I can push that shit aside, that like insecurity of like being like, I sound like a fucking idiot. You know, it's just like, I'm just there to do.
I like that you sung that.
I didn't really even mean to. But yeah, you can, for me anyway, I can push that sort of insecurity aside to get the fucking job done.
He finally asks,
have you been waiting for him to ask this last question for a while?
Yeah, finally he gets to it. He's been typing for like an hour. No, he says, is there anything that you want to share at all about the new stuff?
Yeah.
Like, is it going good?
It's going very well. I'm like super happy with it. I have the song that I'm working on right now has been difficult to finish because the sentiment is a delicate one that may come off somewhat self-important, but is not the point of it at all. So it's been really difficult to craft the lyrics to it. In fact, I was writing something, and I was kind of going through it with Cage, being like, meh. And I wrote the first like stanza of this like really quiet part, And I was like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. It's so beautiful. And then I went upstairs and I was like, I don't really know what to do now. And I spoke to Cage for a minute, and she came up with the second stanza. Like, she was just like sitting there, and she just fucking like came up with it. And it was like so fucking beautiful that I was mad at her. Like, I've written here, like, these are the lyrics here. And underneath the part that I wrote, Cage's part, it just says, Cage is a very talented asshole. But she's written some beautiful things. And like, yeah, so there is new stuff. Been working hard on it, and it sounds awesome. I really love it.
Good. Awesome.
And I can't wait for other people to hear it.
That brought up a question from me, sort of expanding on that, is how fucking cool is it to have somebody that you, like a partner, that you can go to with stuff like that? Like,
oh,
amazing.
Yeah, like, I don't know. She's way better at this shit than I am. Like, every now and again, I think I've done something quite profound, and then she goes, stupid. No, she has never reacted like that. But she will just, like, I can bounce something off her, and like we can sort of talk at dinner about like the general ideas of stuff, and then she will sort of like get the ball rolling in my head.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to like get out the words that I'm trying to get out. If not, she just comes and she's like, hey, I had this thought. And she'll just like say this thing to me, and like sometimes I have to like squeeze it and change the syllables and remove a word here and there, but like, yeah, I really love when she contributes. It's fun sort of working together.
Yeah.
I say working in air quotes because it's not really working. It's just like we're just sort of
being
fucking having fun.
Creative partners. It's very cool.
Yeah, being weirdos.
Yeah.
Being a couple of weirdies.
Speaking of being weird, a guy named Poop Guy 5.
Great name. Honestly, I probably had that exact same username when I was 12. My
really?
hockey number was 5.
You probably were Poop Guy. Poop Guy 5. This is you.
My big thing was always talking about like poop skids.
This is you from the past.
Yeah.
Time traveled to ask these questions of yourself as an adult. That's fucking weird.
Like, did your dick get any bigger? No.
Don't fuck with the timeline, dude. If each member of the band could have a superhero alter ego based on their personality or role in the band, what would they be and what powers would they have? And you could like make up a superhero, or you could just like pick like, this dude's Batman. This dude is, you know what I mean? Existing superheroes. Or you could be just like, he's like butt cheeks guy because his butt cheeks are always out.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. Let me think about it. Like, if I'm going to go with real superheroes that exist, Truk is Batman.
Yeah.
But way sillier underneath the cowl. When you get underneath the cowl, he's way sillier than you expect him to be. In fact, when Mike joined the band, he said that was one of his biggest takeaways. He was just like in the van. He was like, I didn't realize how fucking silly Truk was. Because in person and like in public, he's just like, he's rather reserved and more stoic like Batman.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would say that he's the Dalmatian boy. That's his superpower because he has vitiligo, which is like your T cells attacking your pigment cells. I have it as well.
To under here.
Okay.
And other places.
Yeah. Some girl told me once, because like we used to talk about it in interviews all the time. I have it all over my ball bag.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
That's a very common place.
But
for
yeah,
men to get vitiligo.
I met this young lady once at one of our country shows, and I was talking to her for a while, And she was like, when we finally sort of like exchanged who we were, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I play in this fucking band. She was like, I know that band. And I was like, oh. And she was like, I know that band because I have vitiligo. And when I was Googling about it, I found a bunch of interviews from your band just talking about having vitiligo. And you're like, wow, there's no way that like the internet has that little vitiligo content on it that our shit's coming up, but who knows?
That's funny.
Oh yeah, I've only done Trug.
Yeah. But I was going to add a little vitiligo story. So
Please do.
A buddy of mine in college, we were trying to think about like how we were going to strike it rich. Mm-hmm. He had some vitiligo quite a bit in his downstairs. Oh, yeah. And we thought about starting. This was like around the time when like Bang Bus and like casting couch stuff was like real big on internet adult websites. And we thought about starting one called the Spotted Owl. And he was going to be the talent, the on-camera talent. The Spotted Owl. And we were going to just make an adult website.
Just like him shaking his dink?
Yeah.
I love it. So, nobody gets hurt.
Nope.
Except for maybe your friend.
Yeah.
What would Tim be if he was a superhero? I think he'd be Aquaman.
Okay.
And like I know there's a lot of people that are like, Aquaman sucks. That's not what I mean.
Aquaman doesn't suck.
Like, Tim's a beautiful swimmer. He's like Ernest Hemingway. Because he's got that quote about in the water, I'm beautiful. But if I had to make one up for him, I would say that he's Mr. Smooth Hands.
Does he have smooth hands?
Oh my God, Tim's hands are fucking so smooth.
How is that possible? He plays guitar, like his fingers should be just like...
I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he moisturizes. I've definitely questioned him about it before because, like, I think about it a lot. His hands, like, to the touch, are really... They're, like, soft as hell. And, like, really, like, almost glossy.
Yeah.
And always a little...
moist.
Wet.
A little bit moist. He's the dude from Of Mice and Men who like wears one glove full of lotion all the time to keep his one hand soft for his woman.
Is that a thing?
Oh, it was in that book.
Oh, the book. I thought we were talking about the band.
No. Also, you know who else? What other
John
famous
Steinbeck?
person has like ridiculously soft hands?
Who's that?
Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
I met him at a movie thing. I shook his hand once and I immediately and then Jenny shook his hand and we both kind of went, why are his hands so soft? Like they're very soft hands.
He's got that soft hands money.
Yep.
Okay, let's think. We included Troop, but we're not going to do the original lineup.
Yeah.
Oh, but I just got a good one for Mo. You know what? No, I'm going to stick to the current lineup. Current. HK. If he were a superhero, he would be Professor Xavier.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not just because he's bald, because he's thoughtful. And I think his brain might be his superpower.
Well,
isn't that something nice that I've said?
Yeah, it's really nice. I was going to say because he's always seated.
He is seated. I make sure that he's covered in seed at all times. Bird seed, Fritzy, bird seed. He loves birds.
He's mad
he actually
about
does
birds.
like birds. Yeah.
He's mad about them.
What's that Australian bird? It's really scary. Kind of like a... What's that?
Kookaburra.
The kookaburra? Are you sure? It's like a dinosaur?
It's the one that they use like for all the jungle sounds.
I'm going to just type scary dinosaur bird. It came up scary dinosaur birthday party. We've got the...
Now you got your theme for your kid's birthday party for next year. Scary dinosaur.
Yeah. I spelled dinosaur wrong. Oh my gosh. None of these are it. It's giving me the shoe bill, which is terrifying, but not it.
Is it the one that's mouth gets real big?
Oh. I think this is it. Scary birds that give you nightmares. It might be the one that mouth gets really big. I think it might be called an osprey. Does that sound right?
No, I mean, that's a bird.
Is it a scary one?
Not really.
This shoe bill is really weird looking. Cassowary.
Oh, cassowary. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So HK would be the Cassowary Kingdom. The Crimson Cassowary is what he would be. He'd be the Crimson Cassowary. Because A, he really likes those. And B, he'll get his claws in you. I don't fucking know. Henry, if he were a superhero, he would be Johnny Flame. Is that his name from Fantastic Four? Johnny Flamo?
Yeah. Who's his flame
what?
on?
Yeah, because here's the thing. When Hank gets a fresh haircut and slicks that shit back, sprays on whatever he sprays on and gets done up, he's hot as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I had to make one up for Hank, I'd call him. I call him Hot Paws. Hot Paws, because he's got those big mitts.
Oh, he does have big mitts, doesn't he?
He's hot as hell, and he's got those mitts. And I think if he was a mean guy, he'd be trouble.
Well, he does the Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff. And
anyone can do that.
Huh?
Anyone can do that. I did it twice.
You did Brazilian jiu-jitsu twice?
Yeah, it was too hard. Gave up. Anyone can do it.
He could also smush
That's
you.
That's not true. Obviously, that takes a lot of skill.
Envelop you and just smush you.
Yeah.
Hank gives really good hugs.
He does.
I've
heard he gives good massages, but I don't like being touched very much.
Oh, I like getting hugged by Hank.
Yeah. You guys would make a good hug.
Yeah, we do.
Together.
We do hug each other. It's good.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
You know it's got to be Ant-Man.
Yeah. Oh, Benjamin.
But if I had to make one up for him,
yeah,
it'd be the Shifter. The Shifter. Because he's kind of shifty.
Is he?
Yeah, in the best way. He's always shifting around, looking kind of scared of everything.
I mean, if you were his size, you'd be scared of everything too. Everything's a potential danger.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You think, he's locked in here with us, and he's like, no, motherfucker, you're locked
in here with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Shifter.
Yeah.
And he's a shapeshifter. Sometimes he'll show up in a leather jacket with long ass hair. The next thing you know, he's in a polo with a shaved head. Now that kind of makes him sound like a Nazi, European Nazi. But he's not.
I mean,
anyway.
he became Ned Flanders on tour.
He really did.
Became Ned Flanders. It was real weird.
So the Shifter is multifaceted because it means shapeshifter. He is
Odo.
capable of Odo. Made of liquid and capable of holding the form of anything for
but he has to go in a bucket at the end of every day.
You got to sleep in a bucket, man. It's hard to hold a human form. And that's it. That's all.
Yeah. Poop Guy also asked if I could bring any of my gifts to the Dragon's Den, which is Canadian Shark Tank.
Oh, yeah.
Why would it be the Gert Guzzler, and how would I sell them on it? I mean, I would just yours, here's a 5-gallon bucket of Gert. How am I going to guzzle this Gert with the Gert Guzzler and just show them how easily 5 gallons of Gert goes down when you use it? I mean,
you're going to have to inhale that Gert.
Yeah. I mean, because you can't just have it sitting out. You'll get real sick. You got to finish that 5-gallon bucket of Gert real fast.
I got to think Arlene would look at you and be like, do you believe this, Kevin?
Is there a guy named Kevin?
Yeah, of course. What's his name?
There's always
Mr.
a guy
Fantastic.
named Kevin.
Yeah, killed someone with his boat.
That's the guy they got choosing?
Well, yeah, you would know him. Kevin, what's his face? He didn't kill the person. His wife did.
Is this Dragon's Den or is this Shark Tank?
That's Dragon's Den. He's on both.
Oh.
Mr. Fantastic or whatever his name is. Kevin fucking...
let's see. It didn't come up with a cast.
Another venture capitalist.
The final question from Poop Guy is based from our Animal Farm discussion.
Oh.
If you could pick a farm animal to represent each other, so I have to pick what animal you are, you have to pick what animal I am.
Okay. You go first. Yugoslavia.
I was gonna go prairie dog.
Isn't that a bull's testicle?
No, that's a prairie oyster.
Same difference.
Prairie dogs are awesome.
What's a prairie dog?
You know what a prairie dog looks like? They're those guys. They pop out of the little holes in the ground and they go...
It's like a meerkat?
Yeah.
You're saying that we're Timon and... You saying we're Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah,
is that what you're trying to say?
Fuck,
we kind of are.
We kind of are, right?
I'm not saying... I'm just saying you'd look good with tusks is all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about how...
I could use extra teeth.
You're too tall to be Pumbaa is the truth.
Oh, is he too... He's short. What am I then?
Warthogs. They're not... They're like... They're small.
I guess that's true.
Bigger than a meerkat. Well, I guess like if you take into...
Yeah.
It's like a meerkat's like this big, so you shrink me down to this big, you're going to be probably this big, and then the size is kind of nice. Yeah. So I think we just answered the question. The farm animals we would be is Timon and Pumbaa.
Which are not farm animals.
No, they're jungle creatures.
Danny says...
I can give a real answer for you. I want to.
Oh, okay.
And I would say you would be a horse.
I would be a horse?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why would I be a horse?
You ever seen a horse's dick? Me neither.
You've never seen one?
No.
Have you ever seen a horse's ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hot, tight.
Yeah. But then just poo coming out.
Yeah, spraying out every which way. And that's what made me think of you.
I would go for you. I would go like duck or goose. Is that a farm animal?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, because their poops are always a little liquidy.
Yeah. Totally fair. I give you a beautiful, majestic creature. You give me a fucking quack, a quacking little noisy bird. Next question.
What band or singer would you most like to tour with that you haven't gotten to?
I don't know.
Doesn't have to be like as protest. It could just be you.
Yeah. Michael Bublé. He's really hot right now. Everybody loves him after the All-Star game.
Yeah.
But I loved him before. So everybody can kiss my balls back. I think it would be cool to go out with Symphony X. How's that?
Symphony X?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Russell Allen's awesome. I mean, that would be stupid of me because it's like we'd go up before them and they'd be like, this guy's okay. And then Russell Allen would come on singing and they'd be like, oh no, that guy before sucked.
No.
A little bit though. Yeah.
No.
And during Sea of Lies every night, I would be up there going, just doing this hand motion during the keyboard solo. Because that's kind of how the keyboard solo goes.
Would they invite you out on stage to do it?
Yeah.
Obviously. You come out on stage and somebody behind you would be playing the actual keys and you'd be out doing the...
Yeah, I think I'd have all my guys there and we'd be doing it. We used to do that in the van. We would listen to Sea of Lies, and then when the keyboard solo come in, we'd start with one hand and we go. And then when the harmony came in, bring the second hand in. And we'd all just be in the van, including the driver, just doing this. That's a really good bit for audio-only listeners.
Yeah. You should have seen, I mean, you audio-only listeners are just missing so much.
It's just me breathing heavy going, and then we bring in the other hand. We're doing this.
Fuck. From Reddit, Practical Sir 1154 wants to know a PTH lyric to use as a graduation quote.
Oh, I saw that thread.
What do you think?
Personally, I'd use probably something from Arif. I'd probably use that one about language is the heart's lament. A weak attempt to circumvent the loneliness inherent in the search for permanence. But then people are going to think you're sad.
I picked one.
What one did you pick?
I picked it from The Canary. So this time I'll do it. I'll do it on my own. This time I'm going out alone. Sort of leaving and going off into the world on your own to make your way in the world.
It'd be funny to use something that was just really compartmentalized, like, I'll sleep in my jacket.
Yeah. Like what?
Just like...
What? Pink Monkey on Reddit said that Dunzel is the one PTH song they would keep with them on a desert island. Do you have a desert island song? And it can be a PTH song or otherwise.
Yeah, probably Vincent by John McClane. Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. And I'd just be sad and lonely.
My PTH desert island song is Plato's.
Oh, okay.
I just love that song, and I don't it doesn't get boring to me or like repetitive or whatever. Like I can listen to it a lot of times, and I always find something interesting about it or whatever. And then my non-PTH desert island song would be "I'm a Loner Dottie, a Rebel" by the Get Up Kids.
Pee Wee Herman? Oh, that is quoting Pee Wee's Big Adventure, though.
Yes.
I don't know the song.
It's a great song. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to read you something from somebody named Alme Dabu from the Reddit.
That's beautiful.
And I'm going to ask you a question about it.
Okay.
So this is a post called Rody Headless Telecaster Cape.
What?
It says, today I dreamt I was going down a street and passed in front of Rody's house. He was interviewing Dave Mustaine, so I didn't want to interrupt. As I kept walking, Kevin Malone from The Office asked me for help. He needed to play a song on the guitar to get a girlfriend. I wanted to help Kevin, however, he handed me a guitar whose neck was made of guitar pedals. A modular guitar. The pedals weren't stuck together nicely, however. The neck was too flabby and I hated playing on it. Then it came to me, Rody was interviewing Mustaine and introducing a new headless Telecaster. I went up the street again in hopes he would lend it to me, praying at the same time that I didn't like the guitar because I couldn't afford to buy a new one. As I got to his house, Dave was gone, and Rody welcomed me into his home. A family lunch was just starting, and everyone had their plates done and ready to eat. Rody's dad looked at me and asked, "And you? Who might you be?" To which I answered, "Using a cape and running around the street. I'm Rody's fan." And then they woke up.
Who is that? Where did you find that?
On Reddit. A user named Almeidabu. Almeidabu.
I like it.
How does it make you feel?
It's really interesting company that I'm keeping in that dream. You know?
I saw that and I just wanted to know. Is it weird?
The other part that's funny to me is that this guy's dreaming of my dad.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, if your dad in his dream was like your dad, or if it was just like a dude who, like, was meant to be your dad. You know what I mean?
Because maybe this person knows, like, if they're from Whitby, they might have met my dad. Yeah. He's the guy always wearing Protest the Hero merch and being like, "My son's in a band."
Or like remembers him from like the old, like, was it Much Music or stuff, whatever? Or
yeah,
was
that's true. Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. But also, like, probably just a dude standing in for your dad. Like, it was just like an adult man.
Bald white guy.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Super weird.
I like it. I like they chose to share that.
Yeah. I think that was pretty cool.
I like that you chose to share it with me.
I wanted to know, because when I read it, I was like, I got to know what Rody thought about this, because it's pretty wild.
I mean, I don't think dreams mean anything. I know lots of people do, and I'm not trying to... You know what? Dreams probably do mean things, but not all of them.
Yeah.
I think this person was probably like listening to us, Megadeth, and watching The Office that day. Yep. And they went to sleep, and their brain went, "Here's a bunch of shit you thought about."
Yeah. He did say, disclaimer, no drugs or alcohol were consumed on the night of the stream. I did listen to both PTH and Megadeth that day, though.
There you go. I'm a dream guy.
Can you lucid dream?
I'm a dream boat.
Have you ever done that? Where you like can control...
Lucid dreaming?
Yeah, where you can like control what's going on in your dream and you're like aware that you're dreaming.
I don't believe in it.
Oh, I think it would be fucking awesome.
They say if you want to know whether you're in a dream or not, flip a light switch, because they don't work in your dreams.
They don't?
No, apparently not. Not according to the movie Waking Life.
So all dreams are in the dark?
No, the lighting just won't change based on a switch. But that's just like fucking nonsense that I heard in a stupid movie one time. It's a documentary, but it's a stupid movie. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I haven't seen it in 20 years.
All right. I have a game.
Yeah. Me too.
This is, so the Grammys just happened.
Yeah.
I think award shows are basically useless to anybody under the age of 60 at this point. Like, nobody watches the Grammys. Nobody watches the Academy Awards. I don't know.
I don't watch them.
Right. I read a thing that said Metallica won a Grammy this year for like their
Best
72
live
seasons or whatever,
rock or something.
And the award, it isn't even televised as part of the show.
Of course it's not.
And
Metallica won it.
And Robert Trujillo was the only one who went. Like, the rest of the band was just like, fuck it, not going.
I wouldn't mind seeing Robert Trujillo. He's the one member of Metallica I'd go like, woo! I'm not a big Metallica guy.
Yeah.
I don't really care one way or another. I don't care that they won an award. I don't care that they didn't. But I like Robert Trujillo. I think he's a cool guy.
You like him from his other stuff?
Sort of. I just like his general vibe. I don't know. Like, seems like everybody else in Metallica give off kind of bad vibes.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm picking up. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not like.
I think it's mostly just Hetfield and Lars are the guys that give off bad vibes, right?
And,
they're
honestly,
just like super self-important vibes.
It's just vibes. Maybe they're not like that. Who knows? I don't care. I just, when I see their bassist, I kind of go, I really like that guy. And when I see the other guys, I go, yeah, they're okay.
So
I don't have like a feeling of like, woo, when I see them, but I also don't have a feeling of like,
yeah.
I just have,
yeah.
that's Metallica. I've known them all my fucking life. That's it.
Yeah. This quiz, this is a quiz game. Has this person won a Grammy? Yes or no?
Okay.
Avril Lavigne.
No.
She has not won a Grammy.
So correct.
Yeah, you got it right. Bjork.
I want to say no, but part of me wants to say yes, but Grammys are infamously sexist, so I'll say no.
No, she has not won a Grammy. She's been nominated 15 times. Bo Burnham.
Has to have won for comedy album. Yes.
You are correct. You're 3 for 3. Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She did. 4 for 4.
Of course.
Do you know what song she won for?
I would assume it's Hit Me Baby One More Time, but it's either that or it's Toxic.
Toxic.
Really?
Toxic.
Because she had other hits that were good too.
I like early Britney stuff.
I like current Britney stuff that's just like Instagram content. I like what she's doing, man.
Cardi B.
Cardi B. No.
Incorrect. She won for Best Rap Album in 2019.
Shoot. I mean, good for her, but shoot for me.
Sierra.
Do I know Sierra?
Yeah. Ciara. She's like a pop
she was
singer.
like a early 2000s pop?
And I think she's married to Russell Wilson.
Never heard of that.
He's a football player.
Based on the fact that I don't know who the fuck it is, I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, she did.
You know
For a
what I
song
mean? Like,
called
it's just like...
Lose Control with Missy Misdemeanor Elliott and Fat Man Scoop for Best Music Video in 2005. Apparently music video was a Grammy category.
Yeah, they used to matter.
Florence and the Machine.
No.
You're correct.
Paramore is the first female-fronted like rock band
Yeah.
to ever win a Grammy.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah. And it might be like ever win like a best rock band.
Yeah.
So it might be a little more specific than I just stated, but
Yeah. It's still ridiculous.
I feel like those parameters were like strict enough that I could confidently say Florence and the Machine haven't.
I mean, Heart.
Yeah.
What?
Blondie.
There's
been some pretty
Lots of them.
influential female-fronted rock bands. No Doubt.
No Doubt. I like how you said no doubt.
Did I emphasize the wrong syllable?
Well, just different. It's not necessarily
No
wrong.
Doubt. Well, I was going up at the end to
No
like
Doubt.
emphasize that I was like, what about No Doubt?
Yeah.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah. It's good.
Also, I've got an accent. I did not have an accent. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Chopper from Despised Icon, one time we were making fun of how hard his French accent is, and he goes, I did not have a accent. He took the H from have and put it on
the accent.
I'm like, holy fuck, man.
That's my favorite part about the French accent is when they leave the H's off of things that we pronounce H's on. It's the best. Yeah. That's my favorite part. Imagine Dragons.
Well done. Unfortunately, I think they do. That's the fucked up thing. Like, think about all the like amazing female-fronted fucking rock bands that existed. Paramore just won one. Fucking Imagine Dragons have one? Like, that is the, like... Do you know what I mean? Like, this is the most mediocre of mediocre shit.
Yeah.
And like they got a fucking Grammy. Holy fuck, man.
I know.
Like, do you actually know anyone? Like, yeah, someone, whatever the you make me a believer. They play that for like
Dragons?
children. I think so.
I honestly don't
whatever. Know. It's that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure that is.
It's the one they won for is Radioactive. Same song. It's basically the exact same song. Yeah.
They play these songs for children in kindergarten. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
That's what these songs are good for. They're catchy.
Yeah.
Sure. They are the fucking pinnacle of mediocrity. Especially like winning a Grammy. Like this was the best rock record.
Right.
I assume that's the category they won in. The best rock record that came out this year. Going like, you've got to be kidding me. Rock and roll is dead.
Yeah.
It's fucking dead, and the Imagine Dragons killed it with their fucking bland version of rock and roll. Like, I wonder if there's like even an actual guitar in it.
Yeah.
Or whether it's like a fucking keytar synth thing. Not that there's anything wrong with synths. They're great. But I think rock and roll should have a little fucking guitar.
Right?
They probably have guitarists. I don't know enough about them to make these sweeping generalizations, but they fucking are very mediocre and do not deserve a Grammy. No.
Like that makes me want to go dig in to see like what records came out in 2014.
Evanescence won. Now but they won like I think it was like best record.
Oh, did they?
So not like best rock record, best record because they beat out 50 Cent. And he like came up on stage while they were accepting their award. There's like a whole fucking thing about it. And he like marched around on stage and he's still pissed about it to this day.
That he didn't win?
Yeah. And maybe he was right. I don't know. His record sold a lot and was very influential, but it seems closed-minded to just be like, because like his whole thing is like, who the fuck is this band? I've never heard of them. And it's like, yeah, but we're all living in our own little echo chambers, and it's like just because you haven't heard of something doesn't mean that it's fucking shit. Like similar to myself and Sierra.
Was he pissed because his song that said, "Hey shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday because we don't give a..."
Don't you dare go hating on 50 Cent.
Why?
Because he's great.
You love 50?
I think so.
Yeah.
I see interviews with him, and I really like his personality. Hey, what did 50 Cent say to the grandmother after she gave him his Christmas present? That was a sweater.
I don't know.
He said, "Gee, you knit?"
Oh,
I heard that joke the other day, and I retold it very poorly.
That was good, though.
You get it.
I got it.
Oh, gee, you knit? I don't know that.
J-Lo.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fuck.
Katy Perry.
No.
Correct. Martina McBride.
Ooh, I hope she's got one for Concrete Angels. I'm going to say yeah, but just because I hope in my heart, despite I think the answer is no.
14 nominations, no wins.
Jesus Christ. Were you intentionally trying to like illuminate the fact that Grammys are sexist as fuck?
I didn't make the quiz.
All you had to do was list all these women who don't have them and then go, Imagine Dragons.
Megan
like
Trainor.
Enrique Iglesias probably fucking has one.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Megan Trainor.
She's great. I want her to have one, but I don't think she does.
She does.
Good for her.
She won Best New Artist in 2016.
For All About That Bass. About That Bass.
That's a good song, dude.
Treble. Hell yeah.
It's a real good song.
She's got another one that would like trended on TikTok that I really like too. I forget how it goes.
Nickelback.
How good it was. Of course.
No.
They don't?
They don't.
There's Justice. You know what? They were like at their most popular. They were also like one of the most hated bands on earth.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And like people love them now. Not me. But yeah, like I could see that causing a problem with your general music enjoyer giving them a Grammy. People just being like, "Fuck this."
Well, and I was watching a video recently. It's Drumeo. Do you know that website?
Of course,
on YouTube,
yeah.
where they have like,
and they make the drummers play the songs after either not hearing the drums at all or after only hearing the drums for the first time.
Yeah, so they had Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater
he played Nickelback.
do a Nickelback song. And I was listening just to the music, and I was like, the riffs on this are fucking heavy and pretty fucking good and catchy. Like, I kind of like the riffs. And then all of a sudden the singing came in. It was all about being a bro. And I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Ugh.
No comment. I know, like, people are coming around on Nickelback because they're heavy. They've always been heavy.
Yeah. It's to me, it's the vocals.
I'll listen to something different if I'm looking for something heavy.
Yeah. Nirvana.
Yeah.
They won Best Alternative Album for their MTV Unplugged.
They for sure, that's a fucking hilarious thing they won for, but that's definitely an artist you look back in history and go like, yeah, I could see them having a Grammy and it being completely justified. They changed the fucking landscape of the whole picture of music. Face of music, rather.
How many more are there of these? I'm going to skip some. Oh,
yeah, this is
a lot.
You got me just doing like a BuzzFeed quiz?
100%.
You fucking penis.
We'll just do quick fire through the end. There's like 4 more. Paula Abdul.
Okay. No.
She does. She won for Opposites Attract.
Good for her.
I think that's the one with the cat. The music video. Post Malone.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Weezer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The Blue Album.
No, they won for a music video from 2009 called Pork and Beans.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's it. That's all of them.
Oh, nice.
You did very well.
I thought I did.
You really did.
I did okay.
You did very, very well.
For the most part. And like, especially like I've literally never watched the Grammys.
Yeah, me either.
I've only ever watched the behind the scenes drama after.
You like the drama?
Yeah. That's all fucking interesting.
This is why you watch like Below Deck on Bravo.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah, you do.
I've seen clips of it.
No, you love it. It's your favorite show.
I've never seen it.
I don't believe you.
And in Canada, the channel you watch all that stuff on is called Hey You.
Seriously?
Yeah, and we subscribe to it.
How come you don't have Bravo?
We maybe do. But if you want the streaming service so you can watch it whenever you want.
Oh.
Hey You.
Hey You. All right, that's it.
So I have a game too.
Okay, I'm real scared about this.
But it's going to go right into presents.
Okay, cool.
So my game
real worried
is called What Do I Think of You?
Fuck. Is it just one question?
So you got to guess.
Oh no.
What I think, which could be right or wrong, but about you.
About me.
Yeah. So for instance, how old do I think you are? Now we got some multiple choice here.
It's multiple choice. Okay.
22, 42, 44, or 67.
I think you think I'm 42, but I'm really 67.
I do think you're 42.
I'm not.
You're not? No. How old are you?
44.
No.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Cool. What do I think you should do with your mustache?
Oh, no.
A, shave it. B, grow it longer. Or C, trim the part that grows over your lip.
I think you think I should grow it longer. You think I should
You'd think
shave
so,
it?
but no, it's C. Just trim the part that grows over your lip a little.
Like,
you'd be more comfortable.
Trim it up a little bit?
Yeah.
The problem,
trim your lip line.
The problem is, it's not as thick as it looks. And so when I trim off the length, it starts to well, and also like the shape of my upper lip, it starts to point out, straight out. It won't lay flat.
Well, but here's the thing. You want these hairs that grow from... I shouldn't be telling you anything about mustaches. You are the king of mustache.
The hairs up here grow
You want these
down.
to be the longest hairs, right? You want them to be the longest hairs. So the ones you're trimming are really just
these
down
little
here,
short
and then
guys
you're
under
trimming
here.
these ones.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. You look great either way. What do I think is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh, shit.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Okay.
Jingle Bells.
Okay.
Finally It's Christmas from Hanson's Christmas album. Or Good King Wenceslas, like me.
I think you think it's Jingle Bells.
And why?
I don't know, because of Jingle Bells Batman Smells.
I do think it's Jingle Bells, but it's because I know that Jingle Bells isn't a Christmas song. It's a Thanksgiving song. And I know that you're not very bright.
Jingle Bells isn't a Christmas song?
No, it's a Thanksgiving song.
I didn't know there were
It takes place during
songs.
American Thanksgiving. There's no mention of Christmas whatsoever. It's about a sleigh ride on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I like it. I hate all Christmas music.
You do?
Yeah.
Even Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah, I'm a huge humbug when it comes to Christmas music, Christmas decorations, all that stuff.
But have you heard Good King Wenceslas?
Yeah.
When he first walked out?
Yeah.
On the cold of Eden.
Yeah. Pass.
Such a nice melody.
I know, but I still don't like it.
Have you celebrated Christmas recently?
Yeah.
It's nice.
I mean, I like celebrating Christmas. I just don't like all the stuff that goes along with it.
Okay.
I like the food.
Final question, and then your gift comes up.
Okay.
And again, Cage would like to say she does not approve of this gift. Okay?
Yeah.
It's already in your email. What would I do if you died? A, grieve. B, celebrate. C, hollow out your body, wear you as a skin suit to complete important tasks that I think would upset you. Or D, hollow out your body and wear you as a skin suit to complete tasks that I think would please you.
I think what I want it to be is C.
The tasks that would upset you.
Yes. In my body. I think it's B that you would celebrate.
I would celebrate?
Yeah, celebrate my death.
The death of my very dear friend?
Yes.
Well, play your gift to find
Oh,
out.
fuck.
Fritzy, I just love you so much, man, that I'd like to take a moment and describe what's gonna happen after you die. First, I'll cut a hole in your back, and then I'll climb inside. And then I'll take your dog and your ID, and I'll take them to the vet and have your dog put down. And cremate its remains. Then I'll cremate your remains. And I'll mix them both together, so you're together forever. See, it's nice.
I didn't think that you would want to be without your dog.
That's I mean, that's what they do to pharaohs.
Is that what? Yes, that is what they
just
do.
like when
They
I
send all the
die,
people
like
they love with
my
them.
favorite slaves get thrown into the pyramid with me.
Jenny's gonna be distraught.
Oh, I know.
and I understand.
I'm
Especially when she sees me walking around in your ill-fitting skin.
It's like a guy in an Edgar suit.
See, yeah, exactly.
From
Men in Black.
Yeah.
Jeez, Edgar. Your skin's hanging off your bones.
Sip of water.
Cage didn't think you'd get it. I was like, Fritzy will
Oh, no,
get it.
100%.
She was like, no.
I totally get it.
She was like, you don't understand. They love their dogs so much. And I was like, yeah, but he likes jokes too. And it's a positive thing.
No.
Because I'm mixing his ashes with Scouty so that they can forever be together.
I love it.
It does sound fucked up when it's
I
like,
do,
put your dog down. Cage thought it was too far.
It's twisted as fuck, but I love it. I really do. I'll text Cage later and tell her everything's fine.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So now you have your gift, which I can't
Can I open
beat.
my gift?
There's some background. The name of the track is important to the track.
And the name is Cheese vs. Cheese.m4a.
Well, that's just the type of audio file. But it's
just a file
cheese versus cheese.
Okay. You want me to do it?
Yeah, do it.
I'm nervous. That'd be cool if you wrote a very similar song.
Guess what's going to happen when you die?
Except for you were like, I'm going to fucking climb into your dog's skin.
You'll be dead, your dog will
right.
be alive, and I'll be inside your dog.
Yeah. Let's go.
I can't close my ass.
I can't close my ass? What is that from?
New Girl. Winston Bishop.
Oh, it's Winston. That's
what happens when cheese has cheese.
True. I was waiting for some vocals.
Yeah, see, I told you earlier, I can't. Like, I tried for like a
Compose
good
melody.
hour and a half last night to come up with something to put over it, and I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. And so I grabbed the I can't close my ass thing, like, popped in my head, and I went, that's what happens when cheese has cheese.
That's true. Well, that's great. I loved it. It was cool to hear you playing and recording your own stuff. Like, that's that's a gift to me.
Well,
You didn't insult me once or talk about my imminent demise. Because you know it scares me.
oh,
That's why I talk about yours so much.
I like when you talk about mine because it makes it so I don't have to think about my demise, because my demise is always on my mind. It's like 24/7, dude.
Me too.
I'm 44.
I'm scared of that.
I've got like
I thought you were 42.
I've got like 6 months left tops.
Man.
So we're gonna put a poll up in the Patreon for people to vote.
Yeah.
And so vote on which gift you like the best, and we could probably drop the audio files somewhere where like people can listen to them again.
Yeah.
And
throw them in the Patreon somewheres.
And then I have no idea how long we've been going, because the counter, we've did a bunch of stuff before this.
Yeah.
So
Counter's at about an hour 40.
right. I don't know how long we went before we started, but that's fine. I want to know what you think about All-Star Weekend in the NHL.
I love it.
You do?
No.
I hate it.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you know what? It was more watchable this year than it has been previously. The game specifically, I barely watched the skills competition.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, they could be cool. They're not.
Nobody wants to just watch a dude skate around the ice and like go, oh, how fast did he go?
That's the part I watched.
You
That's
watched
part I
the
was most
speed
interested
skate?
in. Yeah, because I was like, I wonder if Dylan Larkin can like fucking do it again. beat McDavid, and he did not.
No, but he also has half a spine at this point.
True. It was super interesting. I thought it was funny that Nylander participated in that, and someone on Reddit or Twitter was just like, well, he can only skate one way fast. He doesn't get back. And I love William Nylander, and I do think that his defensive game is improving, but I also think that that's a funny comment.
Who was there? There was a dude who was just there to be there, and the puck handling drill or whatever, and he just sort of phoned it in.
Kucherov?
Yeah, Kucherov.
Yeah. I don't care that much about that. I know people were up in arms. They were like, oh, at least try. This is for the kids. I mean, well, fuck off.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And I don't like Kucherov. I think he's fucking sneaky dirty. I think he drives me a little fucking wild because he's so good at the game, and he beats the fucking Leafs, and it drives me out of my fucking shit. But I don't know. I watched the replay of that, and part of me kind of commiserated with it, because it's it's not in the game, and everyone's expecting you to be super sick, and maybe he takes the first shot and misses and goes oh fuck, I look like an idiot, and then the next one misses, and then all of a sudden it's well, I'm just gonna act like I don't care, because that's better than looking like I care and suck.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, and that's what I kind of saw.
Yeah.
I saw someone being self-conscious and being too cool for this, because you're afraid to fail. But I don't know. I don't live in his head. At the end of the day, what the fuck do I care? Yeah. What the fuck does anyone care about anything?
Yeah. I don't like all-star games in general, for any sport. I think of any all-star game that is reasonably baseball might be the only one, because of the nature of baseball. You can play an actual game with 9 guys from different teams on the field
that are all sick as fuck.
Right. And they you need teamwork, but you don't need to have chemistry. You know what I mean? The third baseman doesn't need to have chemistry to throw the ball across to first when he fields a ground ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any third baseman can throw to any first baseman and it's fine. Any left fielder can go field a fly ball and it's fine. Right?
Yeah.
Hockey, chemistry is a huge part of good hockey. And then
sure is.
Hitting. There's no hitting.
Yeah.
And hitting is such an important part of competitive hockey that when you take it out of the game, it looks weird and uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, but you can't. You can't.
No, because you can't put your, you can't risk an injury for a exhibition like that.
And, you would think that, these are all the superstars. You're not going to have any, fucking morons there that are just going to lay the body. Tom Wilson was there.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And he'll fucking get you.
Well, and the NFL, the NFL Pro Bowl is now flag football. They don't even wear pads or anything, because, nobody wants to go out and risk their hundreds of millions of dollars because they get a knee blown out by some guy, So
I only watch football for Taylor Swift, man.
That's, yeah. You're going to watch on Sunday?
That's how most people feel. I'm gonna.
The thing, though, that I hate most about all-star games is they usually take place in the middle of a season. And I hate that, I have to, I just want to watch the Red Wings.
Yeah.
I hate that there's this big break.
Yeah.
That there's no hockey. And I just want to watch the Wings play the Leafs and, for games that are important for playoff spots.
It's kind of a marker of the halfway part of the season, though.
Fine.
I don't know. I agree with you.
Drop some balloons.
I don't like that hockey stops so that we can have this trivial bullshit. Yeah. It disrupts all my shit. All the podcasts that I listen to do all-star specials and going I don't want all-star specials. I want to hear about shit that's going on in the league.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to hear Sid Seixeiro.
Good.
Ever.
Are you?
You know what's kind of fucked up about the All-Star game?
Yeah. I do
Or
know
the
it's
skills
kinda
challenge.
fucked
McDavid was helping design it. He helped design the skills challenge and then won it.
up. Yeah.
And it's not like it fucking like it came with $1 million prize to win. Seems like he might have had an advantage. An unfair advantage. Like, hey, he is McDavid and he's just like that good, but like, are you I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm sure a ton of people have already made that observation, but like, we got to have our eyebrows cocked. Now, did you see the singing of "O Canada" before the games?
I did not.
It was performed by this brother and sister duo called the Reclaws.
Okay.
I once met the dude in Huatuco, Mexico, at a resort. They had just sung at the Grey Cup, and they're getting quite a bit of flack online.
Are they?
Yeah, because like it was clear there was some kind of technical difficulty, and they couldn't hear each other.
Oh.
Because he sang the like main line, "Oh Canada," and he did in this like wacky ass country voice, which is fine. Like that's their style. That's what he does. But she was singing harmony, and it was dissonant as fuck. And like I'm kind of watching it, being like, she can't hear him.
Yeah.
And thinking like, she should stop. She should just stop. But like, I also get it's like, this is your opportunity. Like, there's a lot of eyes on you. But it's like, yeah, a lot of eyes on you. You can't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Stop singing. Just let him take it. It's fine. Explain later.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck about our national anthem. I think it's fucking dumb. But people are like pissed at them. Like, go to any of their go to any of their social medias and look at the comments and like, you fucking disgraced the country and stuff like that. It's like, I responded to one guy on Reddit because he was like, I'm not even Canadian and I'm offended. And I just went, I'm not even offended and I'm Canadian. It was just like, people are like pissed at them. And it's like, whatever. It's just a stupid song.
Also, like, that's a very good representation of how patriotism has become a lifestyle for people, especially on the right. That like your entire personality is built around your patriotism.
Yeah.
That's real
And
fucked.
it used to be that like if you were patriotic and the fucking president said to do something, you did it.
Yeah.
You believed the president. Like that's the whole Toby Keith, the Chicks.
Yeah.
I almost said the Dixie Chicks, but they're the Chicks. Controversy.
Yeah.
Like it was just like blind subservient to the fucking commander in chief. And it's not like that anymore, obviously.
Right.
The same people that once had that blind subservience still do, but to a person who is no longer president.
Right. Yeah, and then
and they would piss on the president if they met him.
Right. Like the whole patriotism as a personality thing has been completely co-opted, right, by one party. And like, if you're a member of the other party, you can't possibly be proud of your country because you're a member of the other party. Like it's, and I know there is some of that in Canada as well.
Quite a bit.
So I'm not surprised, especially if they're sort of a country, they got a little, like a bit of country to them, that their fan base would be very upset.
That's true. The people that would probably love them the most would be the most upset about them.
Yeah.
Doing a fucking bad job of the album,
the anthem,
the theme song,
the theme song.
But even that, like, I mean,
yeah,
I just feel bad for them because it's like anyone with half a fucking brain cell can just be like, individually, they're singing well.
Yeah.
there is a technical issue here. And yeah, if she stopped, maybe it would have been better, but maybe people would have been like, what's she doing? She thinks she's too good to sing the record or the album.
No, there was a no-win at that point. Right?
No.
Yeah.
So I think just everybody should shut up.
Yeah.
Change the lyrics to "Oh Canada" to just a bunch of fucking mouth fart noises, and then no one will ever fuck it up again. Because you'd just be up to the interpretation of the singer, and you can just go up and go. That's what it sounds like to me anyway.
"Oh Canada" is my
second favorite song
ever. No, it's my out of the national anthems that I know, which there are 3.
You know a third?
I know a third. It's number 2.
You're on your favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the third one you know?
The Soviet Union.
It's an instrumental track, isn't it?
Well, no, it's got some. There's some words to it. I don't know the words to it. I just think it's a beautiful song.
It's by Intervals?
Huh?
Yeah. Instrumental track by Intervals?
No. Oh.
Oh, was it when Semesky was in the band?
Did you see Hunt for Red October?
No.
That movie?
No.
Oh. There's a point in that movie where all of the Russian submariners, the guys in the Russian submarine, start singing the Soviet national anthem. And then it transitions into like a men's choir singing backed by an orchestra. And it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful piece of music. So, yeah.
Is Germany's instrumental?
I don't know Germany.
By Animals as Leaders.
By Animals as Leaders.
Pretty sure.
They wrote. They own Germany's national anthem. Theme song. We should start calling national anthems just theme songs.
I can't even fucking barely say anthem. Does Australia have words to theirs?
I don't know. Probably.
Or is it an instrumental track by Pliny? Did Pliny run it?
Probably.
I bet they do have words.
I feel like this, isn't it just like the God Save the Queen?
Oh, is it really?
I don't know. I would think that's
I think
Canada's
in Australian,
national anthem
though, it's
too.
pronounced Gord Save the Queen. And they're talking about Gord Downey.
Yeah, Gord Downey.
They're big
Gord Downey fans down there.
They're just like warm Canadians down there.
Yep.
That's what they are.
Are you mad at anybody right now?
No.
Okay.
You're
You're like, wait a minute.
No, I didn't prepare.
There's a feeling in my gut that says yes, but I can't remember who I hate right now.
Yeah, I'm mad at Imagine Dragons. That's what it is.
You're still hanging on to that hate.
Trying to do my old Chody friggin' bemoan someone segment every time, but this week it's Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
And they played, I think it was in the first year of the Golden Knights' existence. They played before them, and they didn't win again that year. And the fans held Imagine Dragons responsible. I believe it was in the playoffs. And they like performed on the ice. I think they might have performed "Oh Canada" with like a shitty guitar. No, they would have prepared. They would have done the Star Spangled Banner.
The Sparks Spangled Banner.
The Fart Spangled Banner.
Yep.
I feel like Americans would be a little more sensitive about me making fun of their anthem than me just making fun of my own.
I'll make fun of our anthem.
You will call it the Fart Spangled Banner?
There's a whole third verse of the Star Spangled Banner that people don't know that's pretty problematic.
Ooh. Well, it came from an Irish drinking song, didn't it? The melody, not the words.
No, the melody is it's like a British. Yeah, it might be Irish. I don't know. I thought it was like one of the British like official songs.
Oh, if there's a song from that area, it's Irish. They live with a song in their heart and on the tips of their lips. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Even it sounds Irish, even the lyrics. Oh, say, can you see?
Yeah. Or as we
My
like to say,
grandfather
Jose.
convinced me as a child. Yeah.
Jose, can you see?
My grandfather convinced me as a child that it was Jose, can you see? And I've never been able to shake it.
I think every kid in America hears that.
I hope a lot of those kids are named Jose and they're like, wow,
I can.
this country loves me. I matter.
I feel like the fact that Imagine Dragons played before a Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey game is like the most that to ever happen.
Medieval,
it
magical,
just makes
fantasy.
Perfect sense that you would have a professional hockey team in the middle of a desert surrounded by casinos with the most middling band of all time playing with them. Like, that just seems perfect.
You know what? Whoever thought it up in their like marketing department or whatever, like they were right. They were like, oh yes, like the Golden Knights, Imagine Dragons. Like this makes so much sense. But then Imagine Dragons started playing and they went, oh, I didn't realize.
It's this?
I didn't realize they were like this. Shoot.
Oh, man. Well, I think that's going to wrap her up. What do you think?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
War Podcast, the hero. Go fucking check out the Patreon if you want to help us. If not, just join the Discord or fucking, I don't know, leave a comment.
Yeah. Comments are
anywhere.
great.
It doesn't have to be under this video. You could leave a comment under someone else's video.
No, you should do that. Go to like other YouTube channels and comment about how much you love this podcast or hate it.
But comment like you're talking about something in this podcast. Like, go to a different podcast and just be like, yeah, I agree. Imagine Dragons are mid.
Go to Star Talk. Go to Neil deGrasse Tyson's science podcast and comment about us talking about Imagine Dragons. I think it's a good. That also,
and then go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that.
After you eat some shit.
Is he C?